Good morning. Welcome to a new week, and since it's a new week, I'm going to change format and talk about different subjects. Since I wrote about baseball, in part about baseball, and a young man growing up within it, I'm going to start telling some baseball stories from my time of covering Class A baseball, small, the lower levels, short season baseball. I'm properly attired. I have on an Atlanta Braves shirt I picked up several years ago. So yeah, I'm in the mood. So the story I'm going to tell today concerns Jose Canseco, who is one of the great power hitters. He was part of the Bash brothers with the Oakland A's, with Mark McGuire. Hit mammoth home runs. Of course, he got into other things such as use of performance enhancing drugs, but I'm not going to touch that today. I'm going to talk about Jose Canseco when he was much younger player within the Oakland A's organization. He was playing for the Southern Oregon A's, who were based in Medford, and they came up to Bend to play the Bend Phillies. Um, and early in the game, the Phillies had a big first baseman named Greg Jelks, big kid out of Alabama. 6'4", probably 225, 230 pounds. And when he connected, he could hit some pretty impressive home runs. He was the only legitimate big power source that the Phillies had. Well, in about the second inning of the game, Greg Jelks hits a home run, and Vince Guinna Stadium, the park in Bend, is one of those funky little minor league parks. You have a fence, and just beyond the left field fence, you have Albertsons Supermarket. There were a lot of home runs hit off the wall of Albertsons Supermarket, but Jelks' shot goes up onto the roof, and not just barely onto the roof. It lands a fair distance back. I would say, maybe 15 yards. So that's a powerful poke. Well, later, fifth or sixth inning, and Jose Canseco comes up for the Southern Oregon A's, and let's put Canseco in proper focus here. He was a 19-year-old kid, rangy, pretty strong, but he hadn't bulked up to become the Jose Canseco that all baseball fans know from his years in the majors. But he was a pretty strong kid. And he connects with a home run that it had to come close to clearing Albertsons and landing in the parking lot beyond Albertsons. I mean, it was one of the longer home runs I have seen in person. So, after the game, I am over and I'm talking to the Southern Oregon manager, Dennis Rogers, and he just goes, that Jose is the darndest kid. I mean, he is so confident in his abilities. He says he saw Jelks hit that home run. Jose, I believe, played left field in that game, and the ball went soaring over his head. And Rogers says that Canseco came in after that inning and just put his glove down, and he looked at Rogers and go, I'm going to hit a home run later this game. And people are not even going to remember what their first baseman just hit. There you go. There's Jose Canseco. Marvelous story. And interesting, you get all those kind of interesting little stories, even in, everyone hears the major leagues. ESPN parades out that stuff all the time. They may talk about higher prospects, but you know what? A 19-year-old kid out of Miami named Jose Canseco can put up something which is memorable on so many levels. And you know, Jose went on, became a hero, and then the great anti-hero because of his PED use. Um, Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about, tell you a story that I actually use in one summer season, or I adapt it to use in one summer season. So, hey, great. You know, I'm in my element here um, of talking sports, talking baseball. Let's swap some stories. I hope you enjoy this. I am. So we'll talk to you tomorrow, and we'll talk about Latinos coming in to the weird new world of American pro baseball. Talk to you then.